Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the United States here in Hearts of Iron 4 Modern Day. So, when this video is going up, well, actually, while I'm recording it, we have reached 1,000 subscribers on the tubes. Thank you very much for all the support that you give, and I am so happy. This is like I am just shocked. It still hasn't hit me at that 1,000 people love my videos so much and enjoy watching them so much that they are willing to subscribe to see more of my content. It hasn't even hit me yet, but I'm so happy. Thank you for all the support that you give. And of course, because you give so much support to me, I might as well give something back to you with some more Hearts of Iron 4. As well as the new series that's going up, Crusader Kings 2, during the Reaper's Due DLC. I haven't checked yet, but I'm just gonna check real quick to see if everything's still hunky-dory. Let's continue time, shall we? Okay, I was like, please don't crash on me. I don't need a crash today. Tanks are fine. Looks like, yes. Armor. Artillery. Fine. Navy looks to be fine. Naval air. Air looks fine. Of course, air's always looking fine. Yep, and this is all hunky-dory as well, and of course I just looked at that. So, 75% on the world tension scale. Somebody that we haven't looked up in a long time. You guys able to join us yet? Nope, you guys are still a little pissy. But we actually let your opinion of us drop a little bit, just because we haven't been pushing our values at you are. Good American values. Austria doesn't want to join me either. Nobody really wants to join me because we're not at war. Of course, none of these countries are going to end up going to war with anybody. It's just going to be me. I'm just going to be expanding the empire. So apparently, in order to get Canada to leave, I have to declare war on somebody and invite them to join me. 70% of the time, apparently, they do not do that. So, we'll have to see what happens. I would think if it's going to be any of these small nations, they probably wouldn't say no. They probably would join me just because they think it's probably simple. So, if that's true, then oh well. I'm going to start the building of some more M4A1s. I feel like we're going to need them come very, very soon. We're going to need some steel, which we'll get from Germany. I'd rather trade with as much NATO nations as possible rather than with Russia. We don't need to be trading with them. No. Not anytime soon. No disrespect on Russia, but they're part of a different faction that we're probably going to go to war with very soon. Once I do my conquest of South America, Russia's next. We're going to destroy them. The biggest superpower. Technically, by landmass, Russia, I believe, is still bigger than me. Which, of course, is true. I think. Right? Because they're a lot bigger than the US, of course, as far as landmass is concerned. But I don't know, now that we're expanding, I don't know how much we're going to have to take out in order to be the same size as Russia. Mike Pence, of course, is our conservative leader. He is the president right now. And right now it's a 60-40. Democratic Party's at 40%. Republican Party is at 60%. As of right now, I also hear that Florida is going through a hurricane, Hurricane Hermione right now. So please put down in the comments below, lots of love for Florida. Hopefully they recover from this disaster. Now, it's supposed to sweep all of the East Coast, so it's supposed to go from Florida up through and just sweep the entire East Coast, and apparently it's supposed to hit all the way to, New York, right around here, and it's supposed to just dip after that. So it's supposed to hit the entirety of the East Coast, so everybody else still has time to get ready, but Florida's getting hit hard. Of course, when it first started, it was a tropical storm over Cuba. And then what happened was most of the predictions said it was gonna go this way towards maybe Texas or Mexico. What it did is it took a turn towards Florida, which some of the predictions did say it was going to go that way, but it was very minimal until about a couple days ago when it literally just was like zhink, and it just turned right into Florida, and it's going to turn, but it's going to turn slightly. It's going to hit all of Florida, and then it's just going to go up from there, and it's supposed to, like, I think, level out. I don't think it's supposed to get any bigger, but of course I could be lying to you. I have no idea if this storm's supposed to get any bigger or not. So I'm going to want to throw this bad boy up at the top, and then throw like that, because we do want this to be producing as max as possible, because yes, guns, they need to be going towards our recruitment and our upgrades. Of course, we're about to throw up some new tank brigades here in just a little bit, which is going to be exciting. Those are going to be the first new ones we pushed out. Now, we are justifying a war against Honduras, which is almost done. They're going to be the next country we obliterate, and then we're going to go to El Salvador. And then we're going to keep swiping down until we hit Colombia, Venezuela. We're going to go into Brazil. It's going to be a massive powerhouse. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so fun. But in the rest of the world, of course, everybody's building units, but nobody's attacking one another. That's one of the reasons why I like the USA States mod, is because they all attack one another. And I said this the last time. They all just attack one another. It's great. Let's trade with Poland. Poland's another NATO nation, of course. The Democratic Republic of Congo is not a NATO nation. We couldn't make them a NATO nation. What are they, reactionary? Yep. So, maybe not the smartest idea to invite them. We'll think about it, but maybe not the smartest idea. Not right now. Just more into guns. We're just gonna want to continue producing guns. As many guns as we could possibly get. Let's trade with Sweden, of course. Sweden, are they a NATO nation? They are not a NATO nation. Sweden's going to be one of those that I do want to get on my side. As many nations we can get as close to Russia as possible join NATO instead of joining CSTO, it's going to be the better off, and I'm hoping that happens. But we're just waiting to attack Honduras. Of course, they are getting ready against us, but it's not going to help them out any. We have a gigantic force over there. They do not. So, 97% on the training. Of course, I have done all of my homework and everything, so I'm already set and ready to record as much as possible. My roommate is gone at the moment. He went back to his home in Wichita to fix some technical issues that's going on with whatever. So, he's doing that, and I am here recording, of course, for you. But of course, if you do enjoy this series, be ready for the next series when it finally does drop. I'm going to wait until this one is done, of course, to drop that one, because I don't want you to have to watch 2 series at one time. That's probably going to be annoying. So, you know, we're just not going to do that. We're going to wait until the USA is done, and then we're going to play as a different nation. Of course, the USA is very fun. It's very good, but you know, we do have to play as other nations, maybe more difficult nations. Of course, people want me to play as the UK. Syria would be a fun one. Turkey. I'm not going to say about the multiplayer thing that we're doing, but of course I will say that a multiplayer campaign is in the making. We are thinking about doing this, and we are actually getting ready. We're waiting. We're waiting for our special ally, who is going to be joining us in the campaign, we're waiting for him to throw a few events into the mix. That's going to be exciting for us to do. So, we're doing rather well. We're just waiting to attack Honduras, which is going to happen within the next day, which is going to be very exciting. Here goes. So, declare war once more. The USA goes back to war. Which, it shouldn't be that difficult to defeat Honduras. Sorry for the people who live in Honduras, I'm just saying, it's not going to be difficult for a bigger army to win, of course. It's just easy enough said. We're just going to mop that country up and then go over to El Salvador and then just keep going down. We have more? Jeez, dude. And there's Honduras taken. Done. El Salvador. We're gonna justify a war for you, of course. We're gonna justify a war as well over here. We're just gonna mop up 2 countries, hopefully at once. We got multi-clam, finally. We've been working on our guns for too long. We haven't actually worked towards any of our uniforms and our camo. That's what we're gonna be doing now. We have another factory put in place here. So we got our guns, they're completely filled, so we don't need to build any more on those. Now we are building tier 1's thing. So this is an armored personnel. This is an infantry fighting. This is an armored personnel. Good, so we'll switch that off. This is an infantry fighting. We'll go ahead and switch that off. We're gonna go ahead and throw 2 here, 1 there, and then get the significant resources. I don't want to trade with anybody except for the people that have a lot of things that we're gonna need. Steel, of course, 28 steel. Now, I'd rather trade with Russia than China, to be honest with you. I'm going to trade with the Democratic Republic of Congo. That would be awesome. We have another thing that we can use. I could get some more steel if I want to, but I don't want to at the moment. I'm going to plop as many as I can. Of course, I have to trade more steel. Damn it. Let's trade a little bit more with France. Of course, we could trade with the nations that we already have trade agreements with. You can see 93% of the war score. 93% of the world tension. It's because of us. 87% it's because of us. The rest of it is just hunky-dory things that happened a couple of years ago. So, that's exciting. Now, motorized. Do we have a way to build more motorized vehicles, newer motorized vehicles at all? I would think we would, but yeah, we only have motorized divisions, so no, we cannot actually do that. Which we can build mechanized perfectly fine, it's just drop motorized altogether. Do I want to do that though? No. Let's go ahead and split the army up into, we'll make a separate army under Powell, I think is his name, and we'll line those guys up around there. And just so we can attack against 2 countries at once, and then hopefully we'll just be able to destroy them both with one fell swoop. Now, it's going to take about 100 more days to get this done. Now, you guys are enjoying this series so much, which I am very happy about. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying this so much, and it just brings me a lot of joy to know that you guys are just loving the series, loving the channel, and that you guys are telling me every day, you know, I'm doing a great job, and I thank you for it. You know, I didn't even think I would get up to 500, like I said in the last episode. I didn't think I was going to get up to like 500 people subscribe to my channel, and here we are at 1,000. And we're still growing. Like, I'm just very excited. I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying yourselves and being very entertained, and it just makes me very happy to know that you guys love the series and want to see it continue. Crusader Kings 2 is not going to leave the channel though. I want to do a complete playthrough of that, so if you do want to see it, of course, there probably will be a link down in the description, or you can go back into my channel and find the videos. I'm going to make a playlist of them very soon when I upload. At least, I like to put at least 3 videos of a series up before I start making a playlist of them, because if I just make 2 and then I, you know, don't make any more, then why had the playlist up there, you know? So El Salvador, we have Nicaragua, then we have Costa Rica and Panama. And then we will have Colombia, which is going to be a pretty decent country to have. And then we'll just keep mopping up down here. And then we'll move on to either Africa or the Middle East. Of course, there is a big debate between Africa and Middle East. People want me to go Africa and then the Middle East. People want me to go straight to the Middle East. People want me to go to the Middle East and then Africa. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure that out when the time comes. But of course, I do love hearing from all of you. I'd be very happy to know that you guys are enjoying yourselves. I should be working on some of these diplomatic things. I'm not going to do attempt to join or whatever, because that's stupid. Progressive is toward progressive. Okay. Progressive democracy, social democratic, leftist, which democratic socialism, social democracy, capitalist, which drifts towards liberalism, social liberalism, conservative, of course, drifts towards conservatism. That would be great. That's actually really good. We would want to do that very quickly. So I'm going to need to get the political focus. Start my road on that so that way the justifications for war will go down a lot faster and we can declare war on people a lot quicker. That's going to be amazing. So let's research. What to research? Personal defense weapons. That'll be awesome. Why not? We're going to make our military the best in the world. We didn't research the next artillery, did we? No, we haven't really been dealing a lot with artillery at all, which is fine. We're building a fantastic navy. Of course, all of these troops are not good. They're all, experience level 1s. They're fresh, So, but I do want a naval commander for this guy. This guy will be in there, because yes. Can never deal with less guns. I like that, Guns are good. Let's trade with France some more. They still got a lot more that they could trade out to us, which is going to be great. Of course, we have oil. I did hear that I don't need to build oil refineries, synthetic oil refineries, because I already have oil, so I don't need to build oil refineries because of that fact, which is very good. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we're so close. So close. Let's go ahead and chuck some speed down. 5 speed. We're just going to go as fast as possible. I want 3 wars in this episode. We already had 1. Let's get these last 2. So that way, when we come back the next episode, we'll have 2 more. Costa Rica and Panama. And then we'll have Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and of course the rest. That'll be very, very exciting. So, comment down below how your day is going. What you're most looking forward to in series other than this one, and what you are looking forward to in this series. That would be great too. Of course, I guess a lot of you are probably going to say the war with Russia, because that is going to be killer. That's going to be really fun. Now, Russia doesn't start off with much of a military. I will be the first one to tell you that they do not start off with that good of a military, at least that big of one. But they've probably been training up since then, I would have to guess. Nice. We got our next. Let's go ahead and get the improved. And then let's go ahead and get the next armor. That would be great. How close are we? Good. Just a couple days out. There it is. So, let us war the world. So we go to war once more. Waiting for that El Salvador. There. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Did you see that? Did you see that? Nicaragua joined the CSTO. Oh my god. They call Russia in. This war is gonna... They did. I'm gonna leave it right there. What will happen in the next episode is yet to come. A newfound enemy. The Russian Federation fights the United States of America. Putin versus Pence. And of course, this happens right before the election of 2020, where Mike Pence is hoping to run for re-election while we are in a state of war. So that's going to be very, very exciting to know. We're going to get the School of Ideology, of course. That's going to be the last thing that we do, but CSTO now at war with NATO. In the next episode, we'll probably call in a few of our allies. NATO, of course. We have Poland, Germany, France. Ukraine's not in the mix yet. We could get them in there. And of course, on the other hand, we do have South Korea. Probably doesn't want to join me now, I'm guessing. Yeah, because we are at war. Which, it's fine. We are having a war that they might be drawn into. So, the CSTO and NATO go to war. Who will make it out on top? That is, of course, the very merry question that we will figure out. Number one person I'm going to call into this war, except for the people in Europe, Canada. It's going to be who I call in. If they say no, there will be a war and we will conquer Canada. If they say yes, then we will leave the Canadians be. This is going to be the trust factor of the Canadian people. Are they going to join in our war against Russia, or are they not? Of course, we will figure this out in the next episode. Until then, everybody, like, comment, and subscribe for more. Comment now. Where should we put our landings? Of course, we should probably land in Europe, probably in France, neighboring territory, friendly territory. Hopefully this war doesn't end too soon. This is when the boiling point happens. This is the big war. The new world war against NATO and the CSTO. Who will win? We'll figure that out in the next episode. But comment, where should we put our landings? Who should we invade first? Of course, Russia from Europe. And then, of course, we will still be doing our lovely expansion. Now, one thing I do want to check before we go. We do have new tanks popping up. So they, along with some more infantry brigades, will be the first ones to go to Europe. Our big force will stay down here and fight until need be, and most of our reserves will go over to the East Coast to protect our lands there. So until the next episode, everybody, Glenn Games, of course, signing off as always. I know I leave you with such suspense, but don't worry, we will win out this war. But until then, take care, everyone.